everybody, welcome again. And now we are in Unit 4, and the topic is Islam in Indonesia. I think when we talk about Indonesia, we cannot avoid of discussing about Islam because the role of Islam in Indonesia is significant, in terms of shaping the cultural life of the country, as well as taking part in the dynamics of Indonesian life. Okay, we start with the first slide. Okay, so statistically, I think most of you have known that Indonesia is the biggest Muslim population in the world, and the majority of the people in Indonesia, 88% of the population is Muslims. So that it is undeniable that Islam has been associated with Indonesia. The acceptance of Islam, by the majority proves that it is a great achievement, proving that the religion entered the archipelago through peaceful strategies instead of what we call the sword swing. This notion is usually associated with the spread of Islam in maybe the Middle East, and the notion is stereotypically attached to the spread of Islam in the world, particularly in the Arabian world. Okay, and then Islam entered to Indonesia peacefully, and it was done usually through trade, marriage, and preaching. Different sources record that the entrance took place between the 7th and 14th century. And I think if you refer to our previous discussion, if I'm not mistaken, in the previous unit, I mentioned that Islam entered the archipelago or Nusantara in the 16th century. I think what I meant in the previous unit is actually Islam developed significantly in the 16th century, but it entered the archipelago between the 7th and the 14th century. Okay, and this something has been affirmed, by the result of the seminar on the advent of Islam in Indonesia, which states that the first time when Islam entered the archipelago is in the first century of Hijrah, which is the Islamic calendar, and that was from the 7th to 8th century directly from Arabia. However, there are some sources, that inform that the Islamic elements developed in the archipelago were closer to Indian subcontinent. So we have the opinion which says that Islam in the archipelago was closer to the Arabian sources, but there is also another argument which says that Islam in the archipelago was closer to Indian subcontinent. This opinion is based on the geographical, cultural, political, and economic similarities between the two sides, between the Arabian world and the Indian continent. This is also supported by a number of historians who said that the Muslim carrier to Southeast Asia came from Coromandel, which is from Bangladesh. Meanwhile, other sources, also inform, that Islam could probably enter to Indonesia through China. This possibility is supported by the existence of trade. Trade routes, in the development of Islam through China, yeah, from Mecca to Malacca. Yeah, this argument is also strengthened by the presence of Arab Muslim colonies in Canton or modern Hong Kong during the 17th century. Okay, and then despite some differences, yeah, on the origin of Islam to Indonesia, historians, I think most of historians agree, yeah, that Islam came to the archipelago through trade routes. Yeah, so the main routes that become the means of the entrance of Islam to the archipelago is through trade. Yeah. Remember about our discussion in the previous unit about the port city of Banten in the 16th century. Yeah, I think this can give us illustration that trade routes become one of the dominant ways of the entrance of Islam to the archipelago. So that says that the dominant carriers of Islam to the archipelago were traders. Yeah. Although in subsequent developments, yeah, the Islamic propagators, yeah, also consist of other professions, yeah, such as Islamic scholars, yeah, or mubaliks. In Indonesia, it is called mubaliks, and then pilgrims and mysticism experts. Among the various carriers, yeah, there are some notable, yeah, and important figures in the history of the spread of Islam in the archipelago. Yeah, these groups of people were called Wali Songo. Songo is a Javanese word, means 9. Yeah, and Wali is like the maybe the carrier of Islam, the trustees, yeah, the people who are trusted to spread Islam, yeah, and because they are the trustees, they are trusted by God, then they are considered to be closer to God. So they are pious people, and they are like saints, maybe, yeah, the saints in Christianity. So Wali is the title, yeah, for those who were selected to spread Islam in the archipelago. As the name suggests, there were 9 trustees, yeah, and they were chosen. Yeah, they were the chosen people to accomplish the religious mission in the archipelago or Nusantara. Yeah, we call archipelago. We frequently don't call the area that we now call Indonesia because during that century, Indonesia as a nation state was not yet formed. So these 9 chosen people, yeah, these 9 wali or these 9 trustees, yeah, are Maulana Malik Ibrahim, Sunan Ampel, Sunan Kalijogo, Sunan Derajat, Sunan Bonang, Sunan Kudus, yeah, and also you can find the name, yeah, on the slide, Sunan Giri, Sunan Muria, and Sunan Gunung Jati. And about the origins of those 9 walis, they are actually coming from different origins, yeah, from different areas, yeah. For example, Maulana Malik Ibrahim is from Turkey, yeah, and then Maulana Ishaq is from Samarkand, yeah. Samarkand is next to Russia, yeah, in Europe. And then Maulana Ahmad Jumadil is from Kubra, from Egypt. And then Maulana Muhammad Ali is from Iran, and some of them are from Palestine. and Sheikh Subakir is from Persia. Yeah, so we learn about these different origins of these trustees. Yeah. And then these pious scholars spread Islam mainly in Java. Why? Yeah, because Java is the island which was considered to be the center of economic, political, and cultural activities in the archipelago. Even before the formation of nation state, Java Island was considered to be the center of the government, the center of economic and political life in the archipelago and even Indonesia. And even until now, yeah, Java is considered to be the center of economic, political life. And we know that the capital city of Indonesia is located in Java, yeah, in the western part of Java, in Jakarta. Yeah. Wali Songo mainly resided in the coastal areas of the island. Yeah. Why? Because the coastal areas are the places where they can meet, yeah, with other traders. So coastal areas are like meeting points, yeah, for traders at that time. Remember about the significant role of water for people in the archipelago? That I think the fact that Wali Songo, most of the Wali or trustees live in the coastal part of the area, I think explains, yeah, about the centrality of water for people in the archipelago. Okay, and then this Wali Songo use cultural approaches in spreading Islam. So they do not use sword, yeah. They use more of cultural strategies, yeah. And that was contributing greatly, yeah, to the success of the Wali Songo's mission, yeah, to spread Islam in the archipelago, yeah. So that Islam developed significantly in the 16th century, as I have mentioned earlier, yeah, in the previous unit, and their success mainly was contributed by their approaches in spreading Islam, yeah, which were based by the principles of tolerance, peace, and openness, yeah. And in the process of Islamicizing the archipelago, they did not abolish totally, yeah, the previous Hindu beliefs and traditions. Rather, they adjusted and acculturated them to Islamic teachings. Yeah. An example of the cultural approaches used by Wali Songo in spreading Islam is what one of the trustee, Sunan Kalijogo in East Java, had done. Yeah, he used the media of shadow puppet. Yeah, or it is called wayang kulit. Yeah, in Java, which was a common cultural expression of the time. He used the shadow puppet to share the teachings and values of Islam. Rather than telling the story of Mahabharata, because usually puppet show perform the Mahabharata stories because it was actually originally from India. Yeah. So rather than telling the story of Mahabharata, this Wali told the stories about Islamic values. Other forms of art and culture, such as songs, were also used as media of spreading Islam or dakwah. One of the songs was called Ilir Ilir. Yeah, this is a Javanese song, and it actually invites people to avoid laziness, to raise up as good Muslims, to follow Islamic rules and guidance. Yeah, so they inject maybe Islamic values in their cultural means. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to know more, yeah, about the spreading of Islam to the archipelago, I think I strongly recommend you to read these two sources. Okay, thank you, and we meet again in the next. Bye.